Much so, it's an election year, and Andrew Cuomo, the governor, is running for re-election. He is a Democratic Party nominee. He just won that primary last September 10th, was it? Week before last.
Yeah.
And now we are joined by Rob Astorino, his Republican opponent, the county executive of Westchester. He's 47 years old, the Republican nominee for governor. Welcome to Good Day New York.
Good morning.
So you got, what, 42-ish days left before the election.
Yeah.
You know, everybody said you would have an uphill battle, and you're having one, but you seem to be very optimistic about a new poll that was out last week.
Well, the New York Times came out with a poll. We're down to the teens, and he's down to, a spread, and he's down to 46, which means a majority of New Yorkers right now say they're not voting for the governor. And, I'm not poll-driven because I'm all over New York State. Last night we were up in Utica and Syracuse and those areas. And it's changing quickly, this race, as we said it would after Labor Day.
What is resonating with people?
The highest taxes in America, the worst business climate, the economy is doing badly. Other than right here, like in Manhattan, the rest of the state's doing very badly. The corruption. I mean, you have a governor under federal investigation by U.S. attorneys because of his role in the Moreland Commission scandal, corruption. And the corruption is really just coloring every decision made out of Albany right now, and people are just fed up with it.
We don't know if he's the target of that investigation, right? They're looking into the overall mechanics of the Moreland Commission. Fair enough.
Well, I would say Preet Bharara, the U.S. attorney, has indicated that the governor's office and the governor is under investigation.
Is it target of the investigation?
Part of it, sure.
The ads have been pretty wild on both sides.
Yeah,
it's amazing what you guys have been saying about each other. Here's an example I think the governor was saying about you.
This weekend, when the Miami Dolphins come to town, we'll all be rooting for our Buffalo Bills. Well, everyone that is, except Rob Astorino. You see, Astorino is a Miami Dolphins fan. Governor Cuomo stood with us. He's delivered for Buffalo and all of Western New York. So this November, when Rob Astorino comes asking for your vote, let's remember who was on our team.
So, is that true?
Yes, it's true. I'm a Dolphins fan. I have been since I was 5 years old with Bob Greasy and Don Shula.
Yeah, but you like the Jets and the Giants more, right?
You want me to lie?
Okay,
No, I do like the Giants a lot. Jets' tough loss last night, by the way. But apparently Cuomo's a Jets fan, so in Buffalo he's a Bills fan when he's there.
Very funny. Okay, so let's look at this other ad, because this one was a little bit more disconcerting, and this is what we see on our air, the ads where you are under investigation.
Oh, which is ridiculous. I mean, I don't know how. There is a big cable station in this state that has pulled those ads down. That's how
Because I think I saw the ad just a few days ago. So tell us, the ad is saying that you're under investigation for...
There's a civil lawsuit by a guy who was just arrested by federal prosecutors. The judge is keeping him in jail because of his violent history. He sues everybody every day. This was a lawsuit by the Independence Party chairman who was under investigation by the Moreland Commission that Governor Cuomo protected. And then this other guy who was just indicted for fraud. This is the whole ad campaign, and the governor's got some nerve insinuating that I'm under investigation when there is none. He's the only guy under investigation for criminal activity.
Well, you've been firing back, and sometimes some might say the Cuomo ad was ridiculous. Some might say this ad is a little borderline ridiculous. Take a look at this.
Unicorn killer. Cuomo locked Santa in a chimney. Humpty Dumpty, Cuomo shoved him off that wall.
He's the worst man in the world. He's a monster.
If Andrew Cuomo can make up stories about Rob Astorino, two can play that game. New Yorkers need jobs and tax relief, Governor Cuomo. How about talking issues for a change?
Ooh. The whole dialogue seems to be a little bit...
Yeah, but that was poking fun at the whole situation, and we're saying, look, if you're going to be that ridiculous and lie that much, then we're going to have a little fun with this. And it's really meant to, hey, let's debate the issues. We've got some serious stuff going on in the state. We've got the highest taxes, the worst economic outlook, the worst business climate, corruption. People are moving out of the state in record numbers. And this is what you want to talk about, the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins? I mean, I'll talk about that over a beer if you want. But we've got some real important things in this state we need to talk about. He refuses to do that.
I know that you've tried to actually get his attention at some events recently and asked him about the debate.
Yeah. We were together at the Business Council in just north of Albany, Lake George, where I was speaking. And my, reaction is to the Business Council, hey, you can't keep supporting, even in New York City, politicians who are destroying the economy in this state. And so the next day we saw each other and we shook hands and I said, "You going to debate?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "When?" And he walked away.
So you don't have a date yet?
No. But we have 5 invitations, including the Daily News, Univision, and Channel 7. We'd love debates from you. I would love to do it right here on Fox, and the governor's just got to say yes.
Well, we do have an invitation to Governor Cuomo to appear on Good Day New York. It doesn't seem like a lot of folks are just talking about this race. I haven't heard it in the air. Hey, who you voting for governor? It doesn't seem to be catching on.
I would say that there's a larger state than just here in New York City. And we were in upstate throughout the summer. Now, we just came back last night, as I mentioned. Talking about. I mean, a lot of people are talking about it upstate. Our signs are up. Half the vote comes from upstate, where we're going to do very well because people are hurting. People are hurting in the Hudson Valley. You look at the last poll, you were just mentioning the New York Times and everything. The Democratic primary, 40% of the Democrats voted against their sitting governor. That is unheard of. And they came out and, all over. She won 31 counties because they were rejecting the bad economy, the high taxes, people leaving, the corruption and Common Core and other things like that. So it was a real big rebuke over Andrew Cuomo and his policies.
What is your relationship with the United Federation of Teachers? Because you just talked about Common Core. Because, they spend a lot of money, they get a lot of attention, and they have a lot of power in Albany. So what is your relationship with them?
Well, my wife is a special education teacher. I'm a product of public schools, and I feel very strongly that Common Core is a disaster in New York. It is not what we should be teaching. We need better standards. And I ask people to go to robastorino.com to learn what we're all about. We would raise the standards here in New York under our plan. We would also change the way things are done in New York State with regard to how the regions are selected. And right now it's all Sheldon Silver. One guy gets to pick basically all the regions that determine education policy in New York with no accountability.
And let's say you win. You would be a national superstar. You would be the leader, one of the top 5 Republicans in the country.
No pressure, Greg. No, no about it. That's okay.
You ready for that?
I'm ready to win and change the state for the better, just like I did in Westchester, where we cut taxes, we lowered the budget. The economy is doing well in Westchester, AAA credit ratings. That's what I'm ready to do for the state, because that's what we need.
What's your relationship with Mayor de Blasio? Because he seems to carry a lot of weight with Governor Cuomo.
A cordial relationship when we see each other, but we really haven't had a chance to work with each other yet.
Okay, we've got the debate invitations in. We'll see if that happens. Rob Astorino for governor. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We hope to have the governor himself back on Good Day New York.
Yes.
He's been here before.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.